Hey guys, I'm trying out a new recording setup here. I've tossed my chair across the room and I am now kneeling in front of the microphone. So let me know if it sounds any better. Hopefully it does. I guess the plan is to have like less creaking, because no one likes to hear a chair creaking under someone else's gigantic fucking body. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. Let me know what you think. Anyway, as for the topic of this video, I've been asked to talk about kind of what got me started in art and where I want to take things. Both of those are really tough questions, actually. I'm not too sure what exactly got me started in art. I think a lot of why I started drawing was because my cousin would draw. And it was like a really nice way to just spend time with them. As far as what got me into drawing the kind of content I like drawing, I'm not really too sure about that. I used to watch a lot of cartoons and whatever anime Toonami would have on. And yeah, I suppose that to an extent influenced the kind of stuff I like to make. I've definitely done my fair share of robots and cyborgs over the years. As I mentioned in one of the previous drawing videos, I find it interesting to do that kind of subject. As for what I want to do going forward, I definitely want to start telling more stories. I want to do some more cohesive work than like several single still images. I'm not quite sure if I want to do comics or if I want to do animation, but I've been trying out animation because I've been seeing a lot more of that lately. I've kind of wanted to make a comic since I was a kid, but I never actually got around to figuring out an interesting story to tell or actually dedicating the time to make a comic. The few times I have, it's like a couple pages long and it's rarely finished because, oh my god, comics are a ton of work. But yeah, that is what I want to do with my work going forward. I feel my art quality has gotten to the point where if I do make a comic, people will at least somewhat be able to stand looking at it, even if they don't care at all for my brilliant, incredible storytelling, in which I tell the same story told a million times and do it worse than everyone else. I really need to buckle down and actually start working on some bigger stuff. Definitely the hardest part of doing a comic has been getting to the point where I feel comfortable enough with what I'm doing to be able to actually spend that week, month, year, however long, just writing and drawing it out. So yeah, I guess that's the plan moving forward. I want to make bigger things. But I also still want to keep doing some smaller stuff, like these videos, and like the NSFW stuff that I draw with most of my time. I know I draw like maybe one or two things a week on Lesser Gatsby, but on my NSFW page I also draw like one or two things a week, but they tend to be shaded and much longer projects. Still no comics though. I want to tell comics on either platform, because I think that would be a lot more fun and interesting than, as I mentioned, the single image that I usually do. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion on what to talk about. I guess I didn't quite fill the whole video with talking about that, even though I could have. I was originally planning on trying to tell like my whole art story and that deal, but it sounded like really cliche and boring. And I just could not get words down that sounded reasonable. So I just kind of went with another bit of a ramble. Maybe a little more scripted than before. We'll see if I can do better about that later. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find my voice at some point. Find something that sounds reasonable, somewhat casual, I guess. I don't know. Recording's hard. Don't let anyone tell you it's easy. It's been an absolute fucking nightmare getting this recorded. Just like the last 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, hopefully I figure it out at some point, though. I feel like it's getting a little more comfortable, even if it still feels like I'm ripping off a Band-Aid immediately. Maybe it'll be a slightly loose band-aid next week. We'll see. Horrible analogies aside, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any subjects you want me to talk about in future videos. And have a good one. Take care.